Hi everyone, good morning. This is Harisha from H&B Premier Tax and Accounting LLC. I'm a CPA here in Long Island. In this episode, I just want to bring you a quick update about New York Go Forward loan program. This program is geared toward the businesses that are in New York and then trying to get started, but still did not get any funding from SBA, Paycheck Protection Program, or Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. So if you fit in this category, and then you are still looking to get more funding to get your business going, and you need working capital assistance, this New York Go Forward loan program is for your business. And then, if you don't fit that category, you don't have to watch this video. And then in this video, I'll break down, what are the qualifications that you need to have, what kind of businesses qualify for this, and then how to go and apply for this loan. Let's get started. Here's the website that details all these rules and guidelines about the New York Go Forward Loan Fund. So I'm going to leave this link in the below of my video, so you could go to this link and then read. It details out all the information that you need to know. Who's eligible for this loan? Small businesses, small landlords, and not-for-profit organizations. So who's a small business? They define it later. So and then any of businesses in these categories should have been affected by the COVID-19 outbreak, or social distancing rules, or stay home orders. And also, more importantly, like I mentioned before, any of the businesses should not have received funding from Small Business Administration Paycheck Protection Program loans, or Small Business Administration, or SBA, Economic Injury Disaster Loan Programs. Now, if you received funding under Economic Injury Disaster Loan Advance, and then you did not get the funding from the Economic Injury Disaster Loan itself, I believe you could still qualify for this, because they do not mention Economic Injury Disaster advanced component here. All right, loan amount. So how do they calculate the loan amount in your forward loan program? Small businesses and not-for-profit and small landlords, all three categories, maximum loan amount is only 100,000. So you cannot get more than 100,000. But if you're a business, your loan amount will be average monthly revenue, and then you could pick any 3-month period in 2019 to decide your average monthly revenue, or you could take the first quarter of 2020. So you want to do the calculation and see which period gives you the highest average monthly revenue. And if you are a not-for-profit, then you have to take your monthly expenses. So you have to take 3 months average, and then get the highest monthly average monthly expenses. You could pick the same thing, 2019, any 3 months period, or first quarter of 2020. Loan amount for small landlords are a little tricky. So the way that they explain is maximum 100,000, but actual amount has to be lesser of 100,000, or 3 months projected actual reduction in net operating income based on actual reduction in April and May. So you might want to take complete your books for April and May, and then figure it out how much the reduction in net operating income for those 2 months, and then you have to project it to 3 months. So then your loan amount will be that amount. If it is below 100,000, or if it is above 100,000, then your loan amount will be 100,000. Interest rate. How much is the interest rate for these loans? For small businesses, it's and landlords, it's 3%. For not-for-profit, it's 2%. And then repayments. So you could pay this loan over 60 months or 5 years. So first 1 to 12 months, no principal payment, only interest, and then 13 to 60th month you have to pay principal and interest both. Okay, how you can use proceeds? It's basically for working capital. When you say working capital, you could buy inventories for marketing, and then also if you have to refit your organization to adhere to new social distancing guidelines, and then for maintenance, buying supplies, paying utilities, rents, etc. Now, what is not permitted, you cannot take this loan and then pay off another loan. So refinancing of another loan is not allowed. And then also one of the requirements is like the loan applicant will have to detail out how they're going to spend the money, what purposes the money will be used. And also there's no application fees and no collateral required. So you don't have to give any collateral, so there's no recourse. If the businesses go under, go out of business, and I guess government or the lender will have to write this loan off at that point. And also you could prepay this loan without any prepayment penalty. What small businesses are eligible? So they detail out here. I'm not going to go through every point. But basically you have to have less than 20 employees, full-time or full-time equivalent. Your revenue has to be less than $3 million per year, and then all the details. So you can go through that, and then if you're a not-for-profit, they list out who is eligible for this funding as a not-for-profit. And then if you're a small landlord, they discuss who is eligible. In terms of landlords, basically altogether you cannot have more than 200 units under one ownership, and also one single property cannot be more than 50 units. And also they give a priority to the landlords that have properties located in a low or moderate income areas. And also it covers how to apply. They have a link, and then pre-application started on May 26th, and now from June 1st onwards actual application process is going on. So if your region has already started reopening, so you could go ahead and apply for these loans, and then applications are online. And then also one important thing they're covering, like how you could get help. There are additional resources. Here there are organizations that you could get help to fill out these applications if you need help, or else you could talk to an accountant or attorney or an advisor. If you have those resources, you could tap into them. That's the basic for New York Go Forward loan program. So if you have any questions or comment, feel free to reach us, and remember to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.